It's official, Lewis Ferguson has joined Bologna. The Serie A side have completed the move for the Aberdeen midfielder for an undisclosed fee. Aberdeen have not announced the fee, but it is reported to be around £3 million that the Italian outfit are paying for Lewis Ferguson. I believe it is £2.5 million up front with a further £500,000 worth of add-ons. And Lewis Ferguson then, Aberdeen's top goal scorer for last season, leaves the club. Aberdeen manager Jim Goodwin had to say about the situation, quote, "Lewis has been a fantastic player for Aberdeen. He has earned the right to explore other options," unquote. So that's what Jim Goodwin had to say, just kept it brief. And Lewis Ferguson now no longer an Aberdeen player. There was speculation about where he would move to, if he'd moved abroad, maybe the Championship, even Rangers were interested in him, and we know that Ferguson's family, his dad played for Rangers, his uncle played for Rangers, Uncle Barry was a good player back in the day. I don't think Lewis Ferguson's quite that good, but I mean, I think Lewis Ferguson's a pretty decent talent. I mean, I think he definitely could have been a good player for Rangers, but it wasn't to be. He has chose Bologna, and he will now be playing his football in Italy. And I mean, this seems to be a new thing, Scottish players going to Italy. Josh Doidge is also on the verge of joining an Italian outfit too, so maybe, and we all know Hickey went there, so maybe that is it. Maybe Italy is the stepping stone for young Scottish players. Now keep in mind, Hamilton are set to get a portion of this transfer. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the percentage is, but I think it is 10%. So, if they are getting the 2.5 million up front, that means Hamilton are due 250,000, so a quarter of a million, and it's a decent amount of money for Hamilton. I'm sure they'll be rubbing their hands together at the prospect of getting that cash. But if I'm an Aberdeen fan, I wouldn't be happy at the moment. And the reason, I'll tell you why. Now, I made a video last night saying that I think Aberdeen's signings this season have been pretty decent. It's nice to see them actually spending a bit of money, and that is true, right? I stand by that. They have spent a bit of money. However, when you take into fact the consideration of the money they've received this window, what have they really spent? They got 4.5 million for Calvin Ramsey. They've got 3 million here for Lewis Ferguson. Plus, they got over £1 million for Scott McKenna getting promoted to the Premier League with Nottingham Forest. If you add up the numbers, Aberdeen are not investing all of that money into transfer. They're not even investing about 10% of that money into transfer. So where's the rest of it going? Is it going into McCormack's pocket? It's going somewhere, but it's not going into improving the team and replacing these players. It's all good selling, Ferguson. It's all good selling Calvin Ramsey, McKenna last year. Aberdeen for the last 5-6 years, they have been continually selling their best players, and it's alright doing that, to try and get money in for them and stuff like that and make profits. But if you're not replacing them with players that are at a similar quality, your club is going to decline. You are going to get worse, and we can see that. That has happened with Aberdeen 100%. Back in 2014, 2015, 2016, they were the second best team in the country. There's no denying it. But since then, they've continually, each year, sold at least one or two of their best players, and the players that they've brought in to replace them just haven't been of the same quality, and Aberdeen have just slipped down, the table. They went from being second, and then they went fourth for a couple of seasons, and then look at them last season. So I think Aberdeen, if they want to be a serious challenge, if they want to be a serious threat in Scotland, they're going to need to either hold on to their best players, or when their best players do get sold, they're going to need to try and reinvest the majority of the transfer that they receive for these players into signing new ones. Aberdeen have spent about 1.4 million so far this season once the Luis Lopez deal is confirmed. But when you look at the grand scheme of things, when you look at how much money they've received, that is just a fraction. So yeah, on the front, it looks like Aberdeen are spending money, but in reality, they're keeping most of the money. They're not spending it. So if I was an Aberdeen fan, I would not be happy. But yeah, last thoughts on Lewis Ferguson. I'm excited to see what he can do in Bologna. Fair play to him, getting a big move. I thought he would have maybe stayed at Aberdeen one more season, but it looks like it wasn't the case. And I guess Aberdeen sell the quicker they sell him with a longer, years left on his contract, the more money they will get from him. So it does make sense for all parties. Will this help him progress as a player potentially? Will this help him maybe break in to the Scotland squad? I know he gets picked, but let's be real, he kind of just makes up the numbers. I wonder if this move to Bologna can help Lewis Ferguson actually become a serious option for Scotland. That's what I'm interested in seeing, guys. But anyway, that is it. Aberdeen no longer have Lewis Ferguson. He is now officially a Bologna player. Good luck to him, Aberdeen, getting ready to start the new season without their two best players from last year, Lewis Ferguson and Calvin Ramsey. And this is an Aberdeen team that finished 10th. So when you look at it like that, it doesn't look too good. Big season for Aberdeen. Can Jim Goodwin do it? He's got a tough prospect on his hands. But anyway, guys, that is it. I'll keep you updated with more news here on Fog Fit. But make sure you've liked the channel, like the video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment down below. Almost at 1,000 subs. When we do get to 1,000 subs, we're going to be bringing a lot more content, a lot more quality to the channel. We're looking to potentially do some sort of fantasy football thing this season with a cash prize. That is one thing that I really want to get done. I'm looking at the apps at the moment and seeing if there's any fantasy football stuff relating to the SPFL. So it would just basically be your basic fantasy football thing. Free of entry as long as you're a subscriber, and there would be like a cash prize. At the moment I'm thinking it would probably be like a £200 cash prize, maybe £100 for the winner, 60 for second and 40 for third, something like that. Look, the details will get discussed more the closer we get to the start of the season, but obviously we cannot leave it too close because we need to give people time to obviously get their teams organised and sign up to the competition and stuff like that. So maybe in the next week or two, you can expect to see more information on this fantasy football project that we've got going. But anyway, guys, that's it. I'll catch you in the next one. Until then, peace.